Hi guys, it's Aaliyah. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to pop on real quick to show you a few things that I picked up today. It's not a whole lot of things, but I thought they were, pretty cool finds that I found. Well, on the way to my parents' house today, there was a yard sale that we pulled over and stopped at, and then there was also an estate sale down the street from their house that we ended up going to a little bit later. So this is what I found while I was there. The first thing is this book, and it's gorgeous, and I don't know how much will show up on camera. Maybe I can turn it sideways a little bit, but all this is beaded. It's beaded work onto the cover. On the cover here, it's fabric, and inside, obviously the person had ripped out a few pages at the beginning, but the paper, I don't know how to describe it. It almost feels like a handmade paper. Like you can see the, I don't know what they're like, not the threads, but like you can see things in the paper. It almost looks like recycled or handmade paper. It is a blank journal, but what I was thinking was to kind of gut it and see this pretty color gold that they have on the front and the back. See if I can save that, but then use the actual cover as a journal cover. So I did pick that up for that use. So I'm a little excited about trying to figure out how to start that project. So that was that I found, and that was from the estate sale. Also, actually, let me put these aside. Also at the estate sale, I got a bunch of paper, and it does seem a little weird, but I like, because you always get really good deals if you find paper at an estate sale, because usually when people go to estate sales, they don't want to buy somebody's stationery or papers or stuff. They're usually looking for furniture, bedding, things like that. So you can usually really score on that kind of stuff. I bought a bunch of paper, and actually a lot of it I ended up coffee dyeing when I was at my parents' house, and I put that away, so I don't have that. I have some of these little papers. They're little, like, almost feels like onion skin a little bit, so I coffee dyed those, but they were small enough, and I didn't put these away yet, but I thought I'd share that with you. So I picked up those papers there. And then some of these, this is Lion Brand Blue Airmail. So it's basically paper that's really, really light. So if you're writing letters to go overseas, it doesn't cost a lot in postage. But I thought that was pretty cool. So there's this one here, and then there's also this one, which is white vellum. But even like the covers, I sort of like that. But those are little bits of papers that will probably end up in a junk journal. And then here's this, it's just happened to be in the pile. It's just some stationery from the Sheraton Hotel. But this I probably would not put in a journal, but I will definitely use it to take notes or write things down on. Those happen to be there. So like I said, the other stuff from the estate sale is coffee dyed already, but it's just more of random papers and papers that I kind of put in a pile, and the lady gave me a really good deal on everything. So that was the estate sale. Then I got a couple things at the yard sale. The first thing I got was this little book, and it's called She Stoops to Conquer. And I don't know, I guess it's volume 149. But, when I opened it, I just loved this, kind of like a book plate, sort of. This book belongs to, and then it's empty there. A good book is the precious lifeblood of a master spirit. But then when I flipped a little further, look at those. How awesome is that? That's really cool. And then if you see, last reprint was I don't know if you can see that, 1939. First published in this edition in 1926. So it is pretty vintage. And small, it's cute. I just liked it. I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. It has a little embossed face on the cover. So I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet, but I picked it up because the price was really good, and it's just, I love little books. So I got that at the yard sale. And then I also got this one here, and it's a book of English poetry. And I wish this was a hardcover because I absolutely love this cover. It's just, I like the pattern of it. And this one, I don't think it was that old. I could be wrong. Let me just... So I think originally it was printed in 1937, but then it was reprinted, and so this reprint, the last one, if I'm reading it correctly, would be 1968. So this is from the 60s. But I was thinking of maybe dividing this book up into like little packets and maybe possibly putting them on Etsy or something. I'm not really sure. I haven't really thought that far ahead, but they're all poems and things like that. So I thought that was cool. So I got that at the yard sale also. And then this was the best deal of all, because the person that had this table, because there's 3 women set up, and then the person that was at this table was actually a family friend. And I started looking at this stuff because I was thinking, I saw this like, oh, this is great for junk journals. I saw this one. Oh, and she told me they're all like tablecloths, placemats, napkins, and everything. And so I said, you know, how much do you want for all of this? And she was like, oh, no, just take it. But of course, I'm not going to just take it, because I mean, that's pretty cool stuff. So we kind of went back and forth, but I ended up leaving $1 with her, which, you know, this is way more than $1. But I thought these were really cute. Now, am I going to use them in journals? Maybe like this, like on the spine or something? Possibly. But I also might use them on my actual table, as these are placemats here. These are the little, I think, spots you put your dishes on. But, I mean, for next to nothing, I thought it was super cool. And this I actually really like. These are the napkins, but I just like that little pattern. I mean, I don't know if I would ever use napkins like this. We use just the disposable napkins, but I thought it was cool. And there's more, and then it has the matching placemats to it, which I love the pattern. I mean, it's a little outdated, but I absolutely love it. So I think these will definitely be on my table. Oh yeah, they open up all the way. Yeah, I think those will definitely be on my table to use. And then the last package, which is, this one kind of drew my attention, well, because of like the little embroidered here. So these are the napkins, and they're really cool. I mean, this one has a little stain on it, but maybe if you washed it, I mean, they smell pretty clean. Yes, I'm smelling the material. But it might make a nice pocket, or I don't know. So I'm not sure what I want to do with this one yet. And then let me see. I can't remember if these were placemats or a tablecloth. And this actually does look like the tablecloth, but at the same time too, I mean, look at these patterns. This would be really nice on the cover of a journal. So again, I haven't thought about really what I want to do with this one and the first one, but I think these ones, well, I don't know. I'm not really sure. So you're going to have to stay tuned to see what I come up with. And if you see any of this stuff on my future upcoming journals, you know what I decided. So there's that, and there's that, and then all of that. So, you know, I mean, I didn't get a lot of stuff, but what I did get, I really liked. And I hope you enjoyed looking through it with me. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.